Grant's an achiever. While the other kids were out kicking a football, Grant was riding a bike around looking at open homes. And that just shows you the passion of a young man who wanted to achieve.
I remember the excitement of getting up on a Saturday morning. I couldn't wait to get up and get on my bike and ride down to the closest real estate office. You purely relied on the Sunshine Coast Daily Property Week to make sure that you would be able to find out what was open for inspection on a Saturday. I'd race back home, I'd sit there and I'd circle all of the houses that appealed to me, both in style and design or that were local in the area.
How'd he get around? He used to get around in his push bike, hey? Anywhere his push bike, as far as he could get on his push bike, he'd be off, go and have a look at it. Because he was only young, he would have only been about 11 or 12.
I remember back to school, it was particularly maths. I would always sketch various house designs out in the back of my notepad, just from ideas that I'd drawn from open homes and various display villages in the area.
One agent actually contacted me one Saturday and I thought it might have been to complain about him going through the open homes, but he was actually ringing to say that Grant was welcome anytime. He was such a lovely young man, knew the industry, knew about everything already, and it was just nice to hear that actually.
I suppose it was very unusual. I found a passion for what I did very early in life. Unlike a lot of the other kids who are out surfing or skating with their friends, all I could see myself doing on the weekend was just looking at houses. It's quite funny, I was the first student to get a traineeship in real estate, and ironically the last, because at the end of the school-based traineeship, I'd done the qualifications, but couldn't sell real estate because I wasn't 18. I would even do leaflet drops for other agents that were local in the area. So essentially I'd walked across the front lawn of every single property that was in that area. And if I saw an open home, I'd drop my bike, have a look through while I was doing my leaflet drops. So it naturally developed into seeing virtually every property over a 4-year span that had been on the market, which gave me, I suppose, knowledge in what properties were selling for and what they were listed for. And the irony of it was, as a 13-year-old, a lot of the local agents would actually ask me what I thought the value of a property was, and it would usually be quite accurate because at that point it was before the internet, RP data, realestate.com.au, so it was very traditional in how you got to know a marketplace. My first year in real estate, I thought I'd be guns blazing like a bull at a gate. Having done 4 years, all of the textbook training, the scripts and dialogues, and I went out with massive hopes of earning $100,000 in real estate in my first year. If you do the simple maths on it, I got 36% of my expectation. So I basically turned my whole business around and focused on all of the core things that needed to be done in real estate. And in the next year, I was Centurion, which is top 2% internationally and was the youngest in the world to achieve it.
Grant's quite particular about how things are done, so he wanted things done his way, and the only way you can do things your way is to own an office. His boss was retiring when he was 20, so it came about that we ended up purchasing the business just before his 21st birthday.
At that stage, that would have made Grant probably the youngest principal owner agent in Australia in real estate, which is an unbelievable achievement. So I guess one of the nice things about that was that the boy who was 14 had a dream, and his dream came true.
It was a massive step for both Mum and I to make that commitment of purchasing a real estate office. It's a very challenging business to be in. We purchased the business only a couple of months before they announced the GFC. So I'd be lying if I didn't say that there have been tough times in business, but you push through because you love what you're doing, and you do look back and think of the sacrifices you made because you were simply doing everything you possibly could to make this business work.
That's the passion and drive that Grant had to succeed in real estate. He's a believer. He believes in himself and he believes in the people that are around him.
I'm really excited about the space that we're in the business now. Those hard, long hours that I put in early in the business have really created now a great business for Mum and I to be involved in. I love where we're at, and there's no real big desire to grow. It's just to stay consistent and stay focused on why we did it all in the first place, which is the love and passion for real estate and design.
I call Grant 1 in a million. It's not about money for Grant, it's more about helping people build their dreams and sell their dreams.
If I'm engaged as someone's real estate agent, I want to ensure that they get the best net results. And if there's the ability to see an improvement that we can make prior to going to the market, we've done things as simply as redressing a front garden and painting some front facade to change the whole look from the streetscape, right through project managing an entire renovation of kitchens, bathrooms, floor coverings. And reality is, this is something that I'm able to do that I really enjoy doing, and it adds the value to both the design that I love and selling real estate. And I enjoy doing it.